my channel. I hope you're all doing good like always. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a pageant that I have not spoken about on my channel so far. I used to make a lot of such videos where I used to familiarize you guys with the criteria, with the format of pageants that are conducted at national level in India and through which you get a chance to represent India at the international platform. It's been a while since I've covered something like that, and so today we're going to go back to the basics. And I have another pageant which I spoke about in one of my recent videos when I was telling you guys with the flowchart of how Glaman, the organization, has taken over brand franchisee and all of that. If you haven't checked out that video so far, don't forget to go watch it because it's a very important piece of information you should know about. But today we're going to talk about the pageant Miss Divine Beauty. The auditions for this particular pageant are actually going on right now, and the last date to register yourself is 31st of March. So I guess this video is right on time, and that is why it's all the more important for you to know what this pageant comprises of, what's been going on in the recent years, and how can you be eligible, and what is the format, and all of such information. Because I've seen online that a lot of the contestants or potential candidates are quite confused and have a couple of questions. So I'm going to clarify all of those today in today's episode. But before I dive into all of those details, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a big thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed it. The first thing that you should know about this pageant is that the eligibility criteria, like all other pageants, one of the criteria that is common in Miss Divine Beauty as well is that the candidate should be single, has not been married or engaged before, has not given birth to a child before, which we don't really support in pageantry, but that is what it is as of now. The other important thing that I'm sure you guys all want to know is the height criteria. So the height criteria for Miss Divine Beauty is 5 feet and 4 inches, which is the same height criteria that Miss Earth also has for all these candidates. And so the winner of Miss Divine Beauty at India goes on to represent India at Miss Earth. Coming to the age criteria for Miss Divine Beauty, it's slightly more flexible than Femina Miss India and Miss Diva because the age bracket for the candidates is from 18 to 28. And when the maximum age is 28, guys, the way you're supposed to measure or determine whether or not you're eligible is you have to be 28 years of age on 31st December 2022 if you are about to participate this year. Apart from these criteria, the contestant should also be an Indian passport holder or have an OCI card to prove their Indian citizenship. And on top of that, the best thing is that there is absolutely no registration or no participation fee at all at Miss Divine Beauty. So now that you know whether or not you're eligible for this particular pageant, and if you really want to represent India at a global level at Miss Earth, the pageant particularly focuses on how the contestants and the title holders can work towards bringing global peace and talk about environmental issues. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then you should definitely check out this pageant. Also do your own research on our past winners from India. Last year, Madhuri Rashmi was the one who represented India at Miss Earth beautifully. Before that, we've had Tanvi Karote. And Miss India has not really won the Miss Earth crown in the last couple of years. So it could be you this time who brings back the crown home. Once you've done all of your research and made up your mind that you are going to be the next Miss Divine Beauty, all you have to do is go over to the official website of Divine Beauty Group, which I will link in the description box below. And the first step over there is you can just directly find the button that says register here. Go over there and you'll see the form to fill out. Now what you need for the form, there's a bunch of documents and what all you have to submit, and then what happens after the registration process. This time for 2022, the process has been changed a little bit, hence the amount of doubts that have been coming in about the particular pageant. But before I go on and give you guys all of that information, I want to take a moment here and thank Dermaco for sponsoring this video. Now what happens during the winter is that your skin tends to produce more oil in order to keep your skin soft and moist. Now if you have oil glands that secrete too much sebum, which my skin definitely tends to do, what happens is that that sebum can actually clog your pores, which becomes those whiteheads which you see inside your skin, and then sometimes you feel like popping them. It's a whole process. None of us like that. So if you've been facing the same skin concerns, then Dermaco has brought to you the Salicylic Acid range. Now we all know how important of an ingredient salicylic acid is in order to achieve acne-free and clear skin. I used to be a huge sucker and obsessed with salicylic acid peels, but going to the clinic and getting peels can be quite intensive. Instead of that, I have found that salicylic acid as a regular ingredient in my skincare regime has done wonders to my skin. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, which targets enlarged pores and also accelerates the generation of new skin cells. And thereby, salicylic acid prevents further acne breakouts and also clears out your skin and makes it acne free. You should definitely try out these products if you're suffering from active acne at the moment. You can use the serum both in your morning as well as your nighttime skincare routine, but don't forget that whenever you apply this serum, especially during the daytime, you have to follow it up with a broad spectrum sunscreen. Now, with your regular face wash, if you have really active acne, you should replace your regular face wash with the salicylic acid face wash. One thing to remember about the salicylic acid face wash is that do not use it around your eye area because the ingredients are too strong for the sensitive skin around your eyes. If you're interested, you can find these products over on the Dermaco website where you can use my code Nikita20 to get 20% off, and you can also find them on Amazon, Nykaa as well as Flipkart, the links for which will be given in the description box below. Coming back to the registration process for Miss Divine Beauty, the documents that you will be needing to register yourself on the website is a photocopy and an original document of your recent ID proof, and they also want 3 recent photographs from you, which includes a mid shot, a close-up shot and a full-length shot. So if you're appearing for any pageant, you should have basic 3 portfolio pictures so that you can submit them for any pageant that you wish to apply for. Apart from that, while filling the form, you have to fill out your basic details, where your birthplace is, what state you belong to, the languages that you know, your educational qualification, your height, your vital statistics, your father's name, and your Instagram links as well, because social media presence does matter when it comes to your pageant. Another thing that the form includes is a field called the Talent Partner Code. For that, I would just like to mention here that Conquer with Nikita Tanwani, my own pageant training institute, is one of the talent partners for Miss Divine Beauty. So if you are a Conquer student and you have already applied or are planning to apply for Miss Divine Beauty, then don't forget to leave us a message so that we can share our talent partner code with you. Now, filling the application part is the easy process. What comes next? You have to validate your registration. That means your registration will only be considered if you have 5 or more supporters. What this means, and this is a new part of the registration process that the Miss Divine Beauty pageant has introduced this year, is that once you register and fill out the application, you will get a certain code that you can actually share with your friends and family, and your friends and family should be able to support you officially by registering as your supporter on the website. And so for that, they can use that referral code of yours, which is indicating to your application number. And after that, you need to get a total of at least 5 supporters for your registration to be validated. And they should also be following the Miss Divine Beauty page over on Instagram. This step of adding supporters to validate your registration is, while it's a new step, but it makes complete sense for a pageant to do that because they do want their audience to be supporting their contestants, and it helps with the viewership and the overall following of the pageant. And do take this step very seriously, because it's possible that by getting the maximum amount of supporters, you will be one of the top influencers, and the website itself states that they may consider one of the top influencers to be one of the Miss Divine Beauty finalists. One thing to remember here is that while you're promoting your promo code and inviting your audience to support you, they do want people who are going to contribute and whose motivation is to support tribal farmers, environmental awareness, and women empowerment campaigns. So go out and see in your network who are these people who might be most relevant to your cause, and make sure that they submit your promo code and their own Instagram IDs by going to the Submit Your Support tab on the official website and get your supporters up as soon as possible. Now, the next thing that you have to do is, because the auditions are going to be conducted online at first, you will obviously have to submit videos so that your participation can be considered. So the 2 videos that you have to submit as a part of your participation in Miss Divine Beauty is, one is the introduction video. Now, this is where you introduce yourself, and remember not to make it boring, but be able to stand out in a duration of 45 seconds, which is the time limit for the introduction video given for this pageant. It's not 60 seconds, it's just 45 seconds. So try to make sure that you have content that is very interesting, that makes you stand out, and that makes you memorable as a contestant in those 45 seconds. The dress code for this introduction video can be smart casuals or just a really nice top or blouse with your hair and makeup done right now. You can look at me for reference right now, and you should be able to shoot the video in good lighting. Make sure the background is not super distracting and that background noise is not there. You don't need fancy or expensive equipment to shoot this. You can shoot the video with your own smartphone as well, but make have noises, does have good lighting, that you are looking very, very presentable, and that it is under the time limit. Also, while shooting the video, make sure it's a close-up shot at eye level, so don't take any low angles, don't be so far away from the camera that I can see probably till your legs. We don't want any of that. This frame itself is good enough because it's a close-up shot for the intro video. Another thing that is different from the regular submission of videos that we have so often done is that while Miss Divine Beauty has not sponsored or partnered up with any online platforms such as Constructive or Moj, just the way Miss India and Miss Diva do, instead of that, you actually have to upload your videos on Instagram or even YouTube. You can upload on either, but what's important is that you have to use all the hashtags that the website has told you to use while submitting your video, and in the registration form you're going to paste the link of that video, whether it was on Instagram or YouTube, doesn't matter, it can be either platform, but you're going to just provide them with the link for the video where they will check whether or not you have written all the hashtags that they want you to do. It's also important to write all those hashtags because that is how the audience that is watching the pageant is going to search all of the contestants, so it's good for your own visibility as well. And if you don't use the hashtags, it's possible that your video did not come up in the search list. The second video that you have to submit as part of your participation process is your ramp walk video. Now for your ramp walk video, the duration is 30 seconds and there's absolutely no audio or music that you have to add to your ramp walk video. They actually want a muted video, and in 30 seconds, remember, you got to wear heels, wear outfits that flatter your body type the most. Don't wear things that cover your legs, so long skirts is a big no-no. I would not recommend pants either. You can go for cocktail dresses, you can go for shorts. That would be the appropriate dress code because when you're applying for a pageant, there is a certain type of persona and personality that they would want to see. So make sure you keep in mind all of those things. Another point to keep in mind for both the introduction and the ramp walk video is that you have to shoot these videos in landscape format. So don't keep the phone vertical because you're going to upload it probably on YouTube. So it has to be in landscape mode, and even if you upload it on Instagram, it's still going to be in landscape. Now this is all you have to do up till now to be able to consider as a participant for the Miss Divine Beauty pageant. Of course, going on in the pageant, there will be another task where you have to submit your advocacy video, which is similar to the Beauty with a Purpose video in Miss India, but for Miss Divine Beauty, it will be called your advocacy video. For more advocacy video references, you can actually head over to other pageant online pages such as Miss Teen Diva, previous year candidate videos as well. That will give you a very fair idea of what an advocacy video looks like. The time limit and where you have to upload it will be announced very, very soon. But make sure that you're keeping up the work and that you are ready with the content, even if you have not filmed the video already. Be sure that you follow all of these steps in the correct order and that you are doing all the correct things such as applying the hashtag, the mode, the music, the language, the lighting, and all of those things, because once you complete all of these tasks, for each task there is a number of points that they are going to add up together, and based on the total score that you get at the end of all these submissions, that is how the contestants are going to be shortlisted and be taken to the finale or the interview round, whatever is the next step of the pageant. I'm going to reiterate here that the last date for registration is 31st of March, so do not wait till the very last day because the website might be hanging. It could be anything. Never ever wait for the last day to do things. I know it's a habit that we all have, but I would not recommend that. So start your preparation right now. Start eating clean. Start working on your fitness. Start practicing your ramp walk. Go and enroll for a training institute if you feel like you need to get trained before you participate. There's still plenty of time, and make sure you do your research. That's the most important thing. Do your research in depth as to how did the previous candidates perform, how did the winner get selected, analyze pageants, go and watch what type of candidate they prefer at Miss Earth, because that is how you're going to be even more and better prepared for Miss Divine Beauty. Do all of your research, go and reach out and message and talk to previous year contestants. Start planning your wardrobe also in case you make it to the offline segment or even the online one, because shopping is not something you want to do last minute, and maybe right now you might get sales and you might get discounted prices at your outfits. Just shopping for 10-20 outfits at the end is not going to be a good situation to be in. So start planning what type of looks are you going to create, what dresses maybe already exist in your wardrobe that you can use, and so just be very, very prepared and planned. That will give a huge boost to your confidence. That's all for today's episode, guys. I hope you found this video super informative and helpful, and and I hope to see a lot of you at the Miss Divine Beauty competition this year. Let me know if you are participating or if you're about to register and submit your videos. I would love to see that. I wish you guys all the very best for your upcoming pageants, and as always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video.